Hi, in this short lecture, I will talk about Python string. You have used Python string already, so let's take a deeper look at Python string. Let's take a look at what it means by string immutability, how to iterate string method, string format, string comparison, and string constant. At the end of the lecture, you should have much deeper understanding of Python string. Before we talk about string, let's talk about collection data type. Collection data types are data types that are comprised of smaller pieces. String, list, set, and dictionary are Python collection data types. They can be treated as a single entity, or you can access it individual part, individual element, or individual character. Python strings are nothing more than a sequential collection of characters that enclose in single quote, double quote, or triple quote. You can have an empty string, and for triple quote, it typically used for docstring or multi-line comment. You will see me use triple quote to write multi-line comment when I do programming. Um, String concatenation operator are plus, which is used to concatenate or append string together. So the programming is fun. Programming plus is plus fun. It will create a string called programming is fun. Hello plus world, it will create a bigger string called hello world. You cannot mix string concatenation with number. 20, string 20 plus number 20 is an error. Some programming language allow you to do this, but not in Python. If you want to add a number to a string, then you want to convert the number to a string using the string function str. Using the str string function, you can convert a number into a string. Multiplication operator called repeat operator, which repeat number of times the string. So a string fun times 3 will have fun. Using the repeat operator is an easy way to create like a repetitive character in a string. Take a look at the following code. Can you tell me which one will print out I at 136 rocks, exponential point, exclamation point, A, B, or C? I want everybody able to read Python code and determine the output, because you will see something like this in the test. So take a look at this, and I will reveal the answer during class. And how about this one? Given the following code, what would be the output? What would print greeting display at the console? Again, read the code, determine the output, and I will reveal the answer during class. Python strings index start at 0, and we use what we call the index operator, which is open square bracket, close square bracket, to select a single character from the string. So given a string with the n characters, from left to right, the index start at 0 to n minus 1. From right to left, the index start at minus 1 to minus n. Python have a negative index. When using negative index, the index should go from right to left. Um, in this sense, this is using the negative index. This is using the positive index, starting with 0. Since Python string is just a sequence of characters, it is very natural to use for loop to iterate over each character automatically. In this for loop, you typically will see me write something like for char in string. The variable string have I at 136. What that really means is for char, which is character, for every character in string or for every character in ITAB 136, print character. So this will print ITEC 136 on each line. And using this same idea, the for loop, I can also use it to print a statement 7 times because there's 7 characters in ITAB 136. Now, you can also use while loop to transversal the string. Remember, if you're using while loop, don't forget the 4 parts of every loop. I have initialization. I set the index to 0. Condition. Check where the index is less than the length of the string. If it is, I print string sub index and increment the index. And after you increment the index, the loop go back to the beginning and check the condition again. Same with the while loop that prints hello world 7 times. And I want everybody to take a look at while loop. So while loop, you have to do the for part. But in the for loop, take a look at the for loop. These are the equivalent for loop and the while loop. In the for loop, I only write in 2 statements, 2 lines. In the while loops, I need to write 4 lines of code, and they look a lot more complicated. Typically, we will use for loop to transversal a string. So everybody, please take a look at the string transversal using for loop. We can use it a lot in this class. So let's look at a programming exercise. Using counting loop pattern, how to find number of characters in a string. So let's go to PyCharm and let's do a programming example. Let me call this program length. And let me say I have a string ITAB 136. In a counting loop pattern, it is basically accumulator. So I will set the accumulator to 0. Everybody, for char in string, for every character in string, the variable string, I will increment count by 1. And at the end, don't forget to print now the output. So string has count number of characters. So when I run this program, ITAB 136 has 7 character. Maybe number of character is not good. How about just say 7 character, like this. So let me run this again. ITAB 136 has 7 characters. Chars for characters. Alright, everyone? Think about how to use for loop to iterate a string. However, we will never use the for loop that we just wrote because Python have a function called len, length. The length function returns the number of characters in the string. Because the string starts at 0, the last index is always 1 less than the length of a string. For example, ITAB 136 rock exponential point has 14 characters. The valid indices are 0 to 13 for a total of 14 characters. And accessing an out-of-bound index, like 15 in this case, or higher, is one of the most common error the student made. So watch out for that. Alright, take a look at this. What are printed by the following statement? Again, be able to read the code and be able to find the answer. Let's do a couple of these and then we can do more at the during class. Message is iTab 136 space rocks exponential point. Message sub 3, print message sub 3. What character is that? Don't forget, this is index 0, index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So message sub 3, that will be the character C. Message sub -5, now we go the other way. This will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, which is the O in rocks. Message sub 0 plus message sub -1. First character is I, last character is exponential point. So this will be I exponential point. Print length message. In this case, it will print 14 characters because there's a 14 character in the message. And print message sub length, print message sub length of message. What do you think I'm gonna print? Try it. Write this code in a PyCharm and run it yourself. I will reveal the answer on during class. Strings are what we call immutable, which means you cannot change an existing string, but you can create a new string that is variation on the original string. You might be saying, I can do something like this. I can have a greeting equal to hello, and then greeting equal to greeting plus world. Well, didn't I just change the greeting? The variable greeting, which is a string. The answer, yes, you change the greeting, but what happened underneath that is we have a variable called greeting, which point to some data in memory, which have hello. When you say greeting equal to greeting plus world, you are creating a new string, which would be, in this case, hello world. And this string here will be what we call garbage collection. It will be garbage collection and removed from memory. This will not work if I want to change a character in a string. So let's look at PyCharm. There I prepare something like this for you. So if I run this string immutable one, you will see everything work as usual. But if I say greeting sub 0, say equal to, instead of h, I use lowercase h. And I want to print greeting again. And if I run this now, it will fail. A string object does not support item assignment. I cannot change the individual character in that string. I can create a new string which is variant of the original string, but I cannot change a string. So strings are immutable. You cannot change it, but you can create a new one, which is a variation of the original one. And finally, let's talk about the in operator. The in operator checks if one string is a substring of another. You can use in and not in. Notice that a string is a substring of if so, empty string is a substring of any string. And in operator, just like the for loop for char in string, it is one of the most commonly used operator in this class. We use it a lot because we're looking for whether a character in a string, looking for something. Can you evaluate this expression? P in apple. and this will give you true or false answer. So if character P in string apple, that would be true, right? If character I in apple, that would be false. If character AP in apple, that would be true. If character PA in apple, that would be false. And what about like a character uppercase A not in lowercase apple? Because this is not in, that is true. Capital A is not in apple. Okay, let's look at another example using the in operator along with the for loop. Again, I want everybody able to read the code and determine the output. Given this code here, vowels is A-E-I-O-U, lowercase and uppercase. Message is I tag 136, uppercase I tag 136 with the lowercase rocks, 3 exponential point. My message is empty string, and for char in my message, everyone, using the loop pattern, for every character in message, if that character in vowel, if the character is in one of the vowel letter, then I will append the char to my message. Take a look at this code. I want everybody try to determine the output. I will reveal the output during class. Thank you.